On September 27th, 5 days after William B. Gould boards the Cambridge, he begins a diary. It makes clear his complete disgust with, as he is determined later,
things in Dixie.
In an undated entry titled The Negro and His Friends and Foes, he writes,
"We will now begin by looking far into the past, far beyond the Declaration of Independence of 76 to that memorable day, the 11th of December, 1614, when 11 Negro slaves landed at Jamestown, Virginia, and ask you, was it for any act of friendship that those benighted Africans were torn from their loved ones on the free plains of Africa's shores and transferred to the wilderness of America? Was it any act of friendship that those Dutch traders exposed those Negroes for sale? Was it any act of friendship that caused the first families of Virginia to buy those misfortunate ones and make them the hewers of the wood and drawers of water to clear their land, to build their cities and feed their mouths? And from the doings of that eventful day spring all of the evils of slavery in this country. From that day's work springs the..."
Here the passage is incomplete.
But one would dare to complete it. From that day's work spring the systemic inequalities that still plague our society today. From that day's work spring the generational trauma still affecting people of color's ability to survive and thrive in today's society. From that day's work spring the roots of settler colonialism and ruthless profit seeking without regard for the value of human life. From that day's work spring the...
From those first entries onward, William's diary chronicles day-to-day life in the Navy as he experienced it. He keeps the diary faithfully for 3 years.
At Beaufort, North Carolina, we coaled ship all night and until 10 o'clock. We then up anchor, hauled alongside of the store ship William Badger for the purpose of taking more coal and stores on board. At Beaufort, finished coaling today, took in stores, fine day. At Beaufort, taking in stores all day, made preparation to convey some paroled prisoners to Wilmington. At Beaufort, fine day, made preparation for sea. About 1 o'clock, a steamer came alongside with 67 paroled rebel prisoners for us to take to Wilmington. We had them stowed on the berth deck, and about 3 o'clock we up anchor and stood out to sea bound for our station off New Inlet, North Carolina. Off New Inlet, cruised all the morning and anchored about 8 bells. The weather had moderated so much that midday was quite pleasant. We had muster and inspection at 4 bells.
A glance into the principal divisions into which a man-of-war's crew is divided. Everyone knows that in merchantmen and seamen are divided into watches, starboard and larboard, taking their turn at the ship's duty by night. This plan is followed in all men of war, but in all men of war, besides this division, there are others, rendered indispensable from the great number of men and the necessity of precision and discipline. Not only are the particular bands assigned at the 3 tops, but in getting underway, or any other proceeding requiring all hands, particular men of these bands are assigned to each yard of the tops. Thus, when the order is given to loose the main royal, White Jacket flies to obey it, and no one but him. And not only are particular bands stationed on the 3 top decks of the ship at all times, but particular men of those bands are also assigned in particular duties. Also in tacking ship, reefing topsails, or coming to, every man of a frigate's 500 strong knows his own special place and is infallibly found there. He sees nothing else, attends to nothing else, and will stay there till grim death or an epaulette pulls him away. Were it not for these regulations, a man-of-war's crew would be nothing but a mob, more ungovernable stripping the canvas in a gale than Lord George Gordon's tearing down the lofty house of Lord Mansfield. But this is not all.